In Take a Joke news.
Like a dick.
Submitted by It's My First Time. Oh, congrats.
We'll be gentle.
Like a dick.
Oh.
A comedian is being sued by her ex-husband after she brings up their marriage in her routine.
Oh, that's not fair. That's life experience.
That's not fair at all, man.
Well, let's hear what she said.
It's art.
Let's hear what she said.
Yeah.
Like when Eminem raps about his mom.
She wanted to sue too, though.
I know, and she lost. I think.
I don't remember. I'm not saying anything.
That should be kind of like a you have to agree or understand that if you date a stand-up comedian, nothing is sacred. Everything, the experience is what the material is gonna be. So be careful.
Or any artist. Like if you date a singer and they write love songs, better believe it's gonna be about you.
Like a Will and Grace.
And then they want credit for it and money for it. It's like, what the fuck?
Who was married? Okay, who was it? Who do you think it was?
The comic?
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman.
Maybe, but was she married to Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah.
I don't think she was married to him.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Chelsea Handler?
It's not a comedian you guys know.
Oh. Then he's suing a poor person?
Yeah, what the hell?
Like, you shouldn't do
You
that.
don't know, they're definitely poor.
Yeah.
She is a struggling comedian. So her name is Louise Beaumont. She's 31 years old. She's a British comedian.
It's probably giving her a lot of exposure, actually.
Louise.
She's gonna blow up after this, bro.
Yeah. So
Cool hair, bro.
Unless her jokes suck.
yeah, so the specific routine in question was a 50-minute performance on censorship and authoritarianism. And so Louise says that she only referenced her husband only 2 minutes out of the entire set, and it was only to tell the audience how sad she was that her marriage had broken down. But so her ex-husband is Thomas, and so he is suing her for defamation and breach of privacy for apparently something that she said in the stand-up routine, but neither side will repeat publicly what she said.
Then it doesn't matter.
So we don't know what she actually said.
Then how is it defamation?
Yeah, nobody knows. And who the fuck are you? Like nobody knew who you were before. Now they know, you fucking dumbass.
You mean defamation in front of like her audience of 50 people?
Yeah, so
inside of the
really,
bar?
he just wanted to get back at her because he was mad that she was talking about her broken marriage.
Now everybody knows that you want to get fucked in the ass at one time, and now you're just branded for the rest of your life.
Yeah, so he is seeking about $42,000 plus legal costs plus an injunction to prevent her from publishing statements about him in the future. And so his lawyers are saying that Louise made entirely false and very serious and inflammatory allegations that suggest he was abusive to her. And this lawyer is also saying that no right to freedom of expression or artistic license can extend to the publication of such seriously defamatory and false allegations, which again, we don't know what it is. So Louise started a GoFundMe to help her with her legal costs because she is a struggling comedian, and she has raised almost her entire goal of about $14,000. She said this: "He has a lot more money than me, and he says that I accused him of abusing me in my show, and so he's suing me, which in my opinion is simply an attempt to silence me. As stand-up comedians, I believe it's the very definition of our job to talk about our lives and social issues."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's people talking about their experience too. So how can you stop them from whatever they perceive what happened?
Yeah, it's their perspective.
Yeah.
Do they have different laws there in the UK about free speech?
I heard it's getting kind of dangerous out there
Yeah.
for people that want to speak freely.
So he could win actually, because here I feel like he has no case. Like there's no case. Like it would cost him more money to sue her.
I feel like maybe people even in the United States, even if it's a bad story, they want credit for what you're saying and shit. You know, like on JK News, usually if I say a name, it's a different name. You know what I mean? But then one of my friends too, like they're like, "Oh, how come you just didn't say my name?" And I was like,
It's not even about you,
It's not about you. That's why, bro. Like, you want me to say your name for this embarrassing fucking story? So usually all the names that I use, they're always different fucking names because like, I don't want to out people out on these like stupid stories, but people like attention. Maybe that's like a thing here or something.
Yeah, I mean it must be because he'd have to prove how much money he was losing or how it would affect his life that she said this, like all this stuff. Where if it was just in front of an audience of like 50 people or whatever, if that, like then that's not very much money that you're suing for. It costs way more to sue than it does to like.
And who sues an unknown comedian? They have nothing.
They have nothing.
It's a marital dispute kind of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah,
It's a
he's trying to,
personal
like,
thing.
dig at her.
Personal thing.
Yeah, because Louisa's lawyers are even saying that Thomas is citing references that weren't even directed at him from that stand-up.
Oh wow.
My favorite thing is when people say you're ruining my reputation and they're a fucking nobody.
yeah.
What reputation do you have? Like, you mean like your 30 friends or whatever?
Yeah.
Like,
it would have to be that you're a prominent figure,
Right.
and then someone says something about you, and it ruins business and stuff like that.
Or they might mean reputation in terms of like our friend circle, our family circle. They didn't know this about me before, but thanks to you, now they know this shit.
But if you're suing for a monetary value, then that would have to be worth something. Like it affects your life in a way that hurts you monetarily.
Yeah, I mean, but we're also assuming that the person that's putting the lawsuit is the one that's getting, like, you know, calculating this cost and saying this is how much it's gonna cost. I'm pretty sure it's the lawyer saying, dude, we can get it for this, and then the tab just grew to be this much, and he's like, all right, I'm down, let's do it.
and if it's not recorded, how does he even know it was said?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
if
what
they
I was
won't repeat it,
wondering
and how is it defamation if no one else gets to hear what was said? Like that it means
I forget shit all the time especially if I go to a stand-up comedy show. I'm not gonna remember verbatim what the fuck people said. Like I'll be like, that was funny, that guy's funny.
That's
I
it.
can't remember what his bit
And a
was.
little bit, the ex-husband doesn't realize he's giving her a lot of credit because he's kind of fearing that, you know, she's that good that she's gonna get big, and then people are gonna hear more.
Oh, she's big now for sure.
it's a personal attack.
She's big now.
Probably, he's like, fucking fucked up. I just
I mean,
gave her
how
credit.
far can a comic go though and talk about people?
I mean, as long as they're not breaking any laws, I think. Also, it's artistic expression to me. But also, if she loses and she doesn't have that kind of money, like you can't get the money from her. She can declare bankruptcy, and then you can't get the money. Like her job is being a stand-up comic. So if you're trying to garner wages, you can't garner a freelance gig. Like you can't.
And I think they can go as far as, at least in the U.S., as far as it's not defamation. Like as far as it's not a lie.
I feel like they could do whatever the fuck they want. You know why? Because when I walk in there, I'm ready to get entertained.
Yeah, it's entertainment.
Yes, it's exaggerated. It's like some of the act outs might be constructed in a way where it's a complete lie.
Or even the way that they, what are those guys called when they like just yell out shit again?
Hecklers.
Hecklers, like when they roast the fuck out of the hecklers.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so funny, but they can't sue them for defamation.
I feel like when you walk in, it's like you're walking into church. It's a different culture. It's a different world. Like our rules just don't apply because you're just saying whatever the fuck you want, and it's like a surreal world, right? I mean, that's the way I see stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Or if I go into an improv show or whatever, it's like, be free.
I think that this is his attempt to stay in contact with his ex-wife. I think he's just so mad that he left her, or that she left him, that this is his way of like staying in her life still somehow.
Yeah, it smells like a bitch a little bit.
Yeah. I got sued once as a struggling comic, but I can't talk about it, but it was a similar like
Oh, damn.
yeah, I had no job, no nothing. Like I was unemployed at that time. Like
No wonder you know so much about this. You can't garner my wages.
you couldn't.
I feel like being sued is scary when you have money.
Yeah.
But when you don't have money, it's like,
So what, bitch?
Yeah.
It's like, what are you gonna take, dude? You gonna take my 6 Skittles?
Yeah.
Fucking what the fuck?
you're gonna put a lien on my debt?
The only sucky thing is if you had to declare bankruptcy and then later in life you made money, you have that on your credit report. Like it's hard for you to buy a house or do
Only for 10 years.
Only 10.
Who cares? I'll do it all cash, just in spite of motherfucking, so they'll get nothing.
That's right.
So there was a writer at that show who went to watch it, to review it for a Scottish newspaper, and this is what she says. My memory of it is that she said she'd realized that she'd been in an oppressive relationship, but it was so minor there was very, very little detail. I've seen lots of shows where people talk about relationships where they've gone into a lot of detail about their relationships, their marriage. Mostly what she was doing was making a political point. It seems extraordinary that he has taken this view of it.
Tiny dick.
The guy is just hurt.
Insecure.
He wants to hurt her really bad.
Yeah.
And he just makes you look like an idiot.
That's just
so
when
bad.
it's over, it's over. Just walk away.
Going like this because he's
Walk
mad.
away, man. I mean, I don't get it. Like, if you decide to come together because you want to create this relationship, there was once a time when you loved each other, or it was all good, right? Why can't you just tap back into that and go, you know what, that was a great experience. Bye-bye.
And it's weird that her thing was about being oppressive, and then he comes in and oppresses her.
He's just proving her point.
I bet you this fool's just sitting in his room like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? Like, it just got
fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then right now it just seems like he's just trying to silence her completely. But he's like, it's not about silencing.
He's being the
it's about
definition of what.
My reputation.
You are a nobody.
But now he's known all over the world as a business.
I miss first
After like separating from somebody, like I literally just do this thing where in my mind I go, delete, and it's just completely gone.
That's what I did too.
Yeah, me too.
Any ex that I've ever had or any girl that I've dated like longer than like 2-3 weeks, I usually don't talk to them again. Just because why?
There's no point. You don't need to.
What's the fucking point? It's like we should be friends. Honestly, that's true. However, you can have a lot of friends, and if I'm deleted from your life, nothing changes.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter. But it does affect my future relationships, so I'm not gonna
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's so true.
I don't like the friend thing.
After breaking up.
Yeah.
Especially after you see them naked, it's like,
It's so weird.
I would
it's
say
really
that
weird.
depends, because like, you know, it's been so many years after high school, but if you keep in contact with certain people and there's absolutely no love in between.
Because to me
you
that
know?
wasn't serious.
Yeah, it's not.
If
It's
it
puppy
wasn't
love or
a serious
whatever.
relationship, then fine. But if it was a serious relationship, I don't want to see you again.
I think the only ex I've remained like that I would consider amicable. Thank you. Amicable is Isaac's dad, but it took.
But you have to though.
you have to. That's it.
But it took years too, because like after the initial breakup, we were both young and immature, and it was just like this.
Yeah, but just to let you know, it's really hard.
No, but then now it's nice though that we can actually get along, and
For you.
no, for Isaac, it's really nice for Isaac.
No, what I mean by that is he's probably still feeling different. Like the feeling's not mutual. It's platonic for you, but it might not be for him.
I mean, he has told me a few times, but
Oh my god!
That was good comedic timing.
No, I still like jack off their Instagrams and shit, so
God.
like, fuck it.
No, but like that was a few years ago. I think he's over it by now. He's good. He's dating and stuff. He's happy.